All right, what's up, y'all? So this is the Proverbs 1 breakdown. I might just continue reading, right? We're going to read until the video ends and pick up later. So this is just pretty much the preface of everything. There's a spiritual and physical understanding that you can get. The word is living, so there's levels of frequencies that you can you comprehend in the word, right? It's a living word, so it's you can read the same verse over and over, and you can still get a higher consciousness understanding of what's being said. So I'm gonna start off, and I might interrupt. That's the whole point, is I might interrupt just to break down what was said, and we'll continue, and it's like Bible study. So let's get it. Proverbs 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity, to give subtlety to the simple. So basically what's happening is he's just explaining the reason why at which these Proverbs are being written. It's written by King Solomon, acclaimed as the wisest king. So, to receive instruction, wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase in learning. So a wise man will hear this and will learn more. And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. So it's just as saying, if you can hear reproof, right, and self-criticism, you can reflect on these kinds of things that's being said, it'll only grow your spirit, right? So it's like to be able to take self-criticism, may you go higher in understanding and become a better person as you read these kinds of proverbs. To understand a proverbs and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. So what that's saying is, obviously, these are wise words of Proverbs by King Solomon, right? But it's by, when it says dark sayings, it's saying like riddles, right? You have to uncover, you have to think a little bit on what's being said, ponder on the words and ponder on what's being said, so that way you can uncover the darkness of the riddleage of the language, right? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. It's just what we're saying. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother, for they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. So you listen, to those good things that perhaps you had a mother, your father, those people who guided you, God put on the earth, to guide you. They will be they will be chains upon thy neck. They will be of a crown upon thy head, and make you look good, right? My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. They're saying, come on, like, come do evil with us. Like, but they make it enticing. They make it sound good. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot amongst us. Let us have one purse. Basically, they're saying, like, gang, like, we're like, we all have one, we're all one, brothers. They're trying to entice you to follow and come do evil. This is even the world, social media, everything. They say, come with us, it's good over here. We eat, like, let us be one. Don't go unto sinners, don't follow them. They're not thinking with wisdom. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. They're looking out for themselves. They lay wait for blood, because sin leads to death. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Clear and simple. Don't you follow in the ways of evil, you're gonna do evil. The wages of sin is death. So it's like there is no level of sin that which you cannot say that will not eventually cause a domino effect towards death, right? So don't go following this world. Follow God, follow Christ. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. What I want to point out is, and notice that it calls wisdom she. It's referring to wisdom as a she, right? Because the spirit of wisdom is of a feminine spirit, right? And this is the spiritual and physical understanding you can get. You can understand in the physical, but you can also understand that all this stuff is just as equal, if not more and greater, in the spirit, right? Of the fact that this spirit of wisdom is something you truly must internalize, right? Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief places of concourse, in the openings of the gate. She's crying out for the people to come listen to this wisdom. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? How long will you go to the club over and over, and it be the same thing and the same music, and they still playing Soulja Boy all the way from back when we don't know when? How long will you love the simple things and do the same things and sin over and over? How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and the fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. I will uncover those dark sayings, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regardeth. You speak this wisdom, and people don't want to hear the wisdom. But ye have set at naught, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, when sin turns to death, and yet they turn their ear from wisdom. They've been warned, and yet so the Lord will laugh. Like the spirit of wisdom, it will laugh, because it's like I gave you so many warnings, yet you still did not hear unto. But if you turn away from your sins, but a lot of people, they want to push away wisdom. And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge. It's talking about those right now rejecting the truth, getting the mark of the beast right now, right? They rejected the truth, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Those who abide in Christ, we don't have to fear evil. Though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. God is He covers you. You feel it. You know. But I want to point out what it's saying right here too. It's saying, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them. Right. So they turn away what they call the simple mind. Oh, you're a Bible thumper. You're so simple. Do you not know this and this and this and about the Bible and all this? They come in and criticize what they call the simple, but yet they are truly simple themselves. God will use the foolish things of the world to confound those who are wise, right? Those who think that they're wise. My son, this is Proverbs 2. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom. My son, listen, and apply thine heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge, and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures. You search for knowledge. She search for her. Search for the spirit of knowledge. Go and get thy understanding. You go and seek, and you shall find. If you seek the truth, you'll get the truth. That's why, like I said, they ain't seek the truth. They didn't go in search. Do your research. Go and try to find understanding. If thou seekest her as silver, and searcheth for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understanding the fear of the Lord, which is and find the knowledge of God, for the Lord giveth wisdom. It's the foundation of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. That's not, I'm just speaking. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment, and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path, when wisdom entereth into thine heart. Turn up. I gotta find where I was at. He keepeth the paths of judgment, and preserveth the way of the saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path, when wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh froward things, who leaveth the paths of unrightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil, those who call you, come on, like this is fun, turn up, right? They go and to do evil. Wisdom does not speak to their hearts. Who rejoice to do evil, and delight in forwardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked, and they froward in their paths. God will deliver us from them. To deliver thee from the strange woman. Strange woman is also spirit. It is a physical understanding, right? You can get the physical understanding. You can get the spiritual understanding of this. Everything in the physical has a spirit behind it, right? And it's going to be explained in the spirit of the strange woman. To deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger with flattereth with her words. She flattereth with her words. Like, this is the arch enemy of wisdom. The strange woman is like the arch enemy of wisdom, of the spirit of wisdom. They're like they're at battle, right? And it's not just it's a spirit. Like I said, these are arch enemies. The strange woman is the arch enemy of the spirit of wisdom, right? Even from the stranger with flattereth with her words, which forsaketh the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her God. For our house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto death. None that go unto her return again, neither they take hold of the paths of life. You when you get ensnared by sin, you'll end up in a rabbit hole, going so far deep down into sin, that it leads to death. That thou walketh in the way of good man, that thou mayest walk in the way of good man, and keep the paths of righteous. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck, write them upon the table of thine heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. You internalize these things of wisdom. Write these things in your heart. Internalize these things, so that way you do not forget them. Especially, you fall into sin. It is a sin of pride. That pride makes you forget the things, forget the truth, right? And it says, in the sight of God and man, we are to please God. But when you walk in the truth, the word says even your enemies will find favor in you. They would even those who are against you can't have nothing but respect for you. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. It's so easy to lean on your understanding. You're going through life and you're like, God, why I don't understand why this is going on. You get stressed. Don't let stress you. Have faith in God. He will deliver you. Have faith in him. Trust in God. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. You never think that you know everything. The vibrational frequency of understanding that you can grasp is unlimited. Never be wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It shall be a health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. It's good for you. Feel good. It's real. It's levels to this understanding. Honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. This is even speaking on what some people would say, don't tithe, sow into those who sow into you. Not me, because I don't want your money. So, but as saying, even still, it's just sow into those, give your 10%, set out everything that you should set out everything for God. Like your finances, everything should have some kind of order, that you put God first in. And in the way that you show that is the way that you show that. But I ain't gonna preach on tithes, but hey, tithes is a real thing. People come against tithes. Give God his right, that he may give you yours. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he corrected. He chastises his children. He gives whoopings to his kids, that they may understand. But do not despise these whoopings. Do not despise these things that happen in your life to turn you back to Christ, right? Even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth, he is our father. He corrects us because he loves us. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. This is how I'm happy. This is great. I love doing this. It's fun. And the man that getteth understanding, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. This woman of wisdom, this spirit of wisdom, right? This feminine spirit of wisdom, it's better than gold. It's better than jewels. She is more precious than rubies. For the merchandise is better than she is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire, and not to be compared unto her. There's nothing you can desire that can be more precious than than wisdom. Length of days is in her right hand. Length of days, you will live long. You will have long life, because you don't run to death. Your feet are not quick to run to death. And in her left hand, riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. The Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth. By understanding hath he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths are broken up, and the clouds drop down the dew. My son, God is so ever so wise, ever so great, ever so creative, that he can create everything in perfect order and beauty. My son, let not them depart from thy eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, so shall they be life unto thy soul, and grace to thy neck. Then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot should not stumble. When you go, it's out, with the wicked, and try to live like the evildoers, right? That Be not envious of them, because they stumble, they fall. You don't see they fall. You might not see they fall, but they run to death. That's why we got all these dead rappers and people dying, right? Is they run quickly unto death. The streets. Be not afraid. And thy foot shall not stumble. And you hold on this wisdom. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For the Lord shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. When in times, do not be afraid of these things that come about in this world, in this pestilence, and etc. Just know that God has you. He keep you. But when you have this wisdom and this understanding, you do not be afraid, for the Lord is with you, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Withhold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of thy hand to do it. Say not unto thy neighbor, go and come again, and tomorrow I will give, when thou hast it by thee. Devise not evil against thy neighbor, seeing he dwelleth securely by thee. Strive not with a man without cause, if he have done thee no harm. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. The reason why the word has to even tell you not to envy them is because, see, it's so easy to envy when you see like these celebrities, right, getting money and acting like, oh, we're having such a grandiose time. They tell you we're not happy. They tell you all the time, but yet they still have to put on this front, this smile, like everything is good. And yet you have been in sin yourself, you know, like, oh, like I got this, I got that. You feel good, like you have things, right? And that creates an envy. But do not be envious of such basicness and such simplicity, as these things will not fulfill you. Wisdom fulfills you. God fulfills you, right? Don't be envious of oppressor, for the froward is an abomination to the Lord, right? I gotta look up that word froward, but hey, evil is abomination to the Lord, right? Somebody put in the description box what froward means. We're gonna dissect that, right? I kind of know. I have a decent understanding of what it is, but his secret is with the righteous. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. Surely he scorneth the scorners, but he giveth grace unto the lowly. The wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. All right. So I'm gonna end it right there. That's Proverbs 3, and that's gonna be it for today, right? But it's a 23-minute video. All these are gonna be long. We're gonna go in, we're gonna dissect, and I'm gonna get better, right? I'm just right, like this is my first time breaking down Proverbs, so I hope this will be a blessing to you. And right, hey, we can get into discussion, but let us not argue. I'm not arguing with nobody. You will get blocked. But anyways, let's have, let's get understanding together, right? Let's grow. That's what this is about. That's what this journey is about. But yeah, you here right now, get my understanding. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, appreciate y'all and bless y'all. And that's it. Thanks for watching.